All right, in the Blue Jackets dressing room now. Thank you, Adam. Let's talk to Adam. We talked to him this morning. Bring him back. Adam likes the fact that I have Winnie the Pooh. Well, I will. In just a second here. We'll do that. We'll talk to everybody. How fun was this tonight?
Exciting game. We can see.
Definitely got poo on his tie.
You definitely have poo on your tie by the looks of things.
Yeah. For the radio listeners, it's Winnie the Pooh, just to clear it up.
Yeah,
but anyway.
No, it was exciting. You know, when you're playing an environment like against Chicago and they got all their fans there, and we got all our fans, I'm sure they had just as much fun as we did on the ice. So it was definitely an emotional game. We haven't beaten these guys in a long time, I hear. So that feels good. Bob played unbelievable. We had goals, and PK at the end did a hell of a job.
Do you ever wonder if you can see Sergei Bobrovsky play better than he did the game before, and then he goes and does it?
I don't know how he does it. He's in his own world, and whatever he does, keep it doing. He's making big saves when he has to. We have guys blocking shots tonight, so it's an emotional win for us, and big 2 points.
Emotional win, and I imagine you feel good knowing the lineup that you put out there tonight. The guys that you're missing, you're still able to power through and get it done.
Definitely, we had guys that step up tonight. We had Trop played unreal, and Skills scored a goal, and just those little things. Guys get opportunity and taking advantage of it. So. It's an exciting time. We just got one more game, and then guys can rest up.
All right, Adam, thank you very much. Good job tonight. Jack Skilly is sitting here, and he did score the first goal of the game tonight. And does this team still hold a special place for you? I mean, you started there, and you go up against them here. You kind of get up for this team?
Absolutely. It was a big win. And it was a big win for our group. A couple guys in the room. It was a big win for us. And, it was a good effort by our group. They had a lot of shots on net. Bob did a great job again. That's no surprise with his work ethic and how he gets better every day. He's our anchor, so I think we did a great job.
When you scored, it was 1 goal on 3 shots, which, once again, I know it's a cliche, but it doesn't matter how many you take. It's a matter of the ones that you take and how many find the back of the net, right?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think in order to be able to score, you got to get the puck on net. So for a guy like me, I'm thinking shoot whenever I get a chance, and a few of them are bound to go in over the year.
This one, how big is it for you as a team? And you spent an extra couple of minutes in here with the doors closed. Is this one that you really enjoy and can really sit on and thrive on until Monday?
I think it's a big one for our group. I think we got to come in tomorrow and get ready for Nashville, and end on a high note before the break. So this is huge for our team.
Jack, congratulations on the goal and the win tonight.
Thank you.
Jack Skilly talking with us here this evening. He had the first goal of the evening for the Blue Jackets. And let's go from Jack to Jack as Jack Johnson has walked back in. And I didn't know you had shootout moves like that.
Oh, yeah, I've got a little bit of experience in the shootout, but I was just waiting to see if they call my name. I don't think I've gotten to go yet as a Blue Jacket, so it was pretty fun.
When you're sitting on the bench, seriously, and it starts to tick down, do you start looking around and saying, wonder if I'm going to get the call here?
Well, no, actually, once it starts to get past the first 3, I started really watching the shooters that went before me in case I had to go, just so I could start watching the other goalie and kind of have an idea in my head.
I thought you were great again tonight in the way that it just seems to me that when you play against the likes of a Genny Malkin like you did last week, Alex Ovechkin as you did on Thursday night, Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane tonight, it seems like you really enjoy that challenge and you're up for that challenge. And in all of those cases, you've been the guy that's been the better of those guys.
Well, I mean, I try to be. You're not going to be the better of them every night, but it's always a fun challenge, and there's some of the best players in the game, so you always want to measure yourself against the best, and if you can limit those guys, then your chances of winning go up. So I think it's just been hard work, and I think I've been a little fortunate as of late, so I'm not going to get too ahead of myself.
All right, well then let's give a little bit of credit to your partner out there too, David Savard. You guys seem like you're working so well together.
Yeah, Savvy's been awesome. A lot of fun to play with. We get along great off the ice, which always helps. On the ice, it just makes you want to play harder for each other and not let the other guy down, just because you got a relationship off the ice as well.
How big is this win for the group tonight?
Oh, well, I think it's big just because it gets the monkey off the back. Wasn't really aware of it until this morning. I think Coach pointed out that we haven't beat these guys in a long time, so that feels good.
Jack, congratulations on a great game.
Thank you.
Jack Johnson talking with us here tonight in the Blue Jackets dressing room, and Sergei Bobrovsky's chatting a little bit. I can't believe he can still talk. I thought he'd be totally worn out by now, but maybe we can listen into this here for a moment here. Go ahead, Mark. You're good. Keep on talking. We're good.
Just finally here, real quick. We talked about you raised your game up a little bit. 40 saves again, and six consecutive overtime games here. Just talk about your teammates here, and the situation. It would be nice to play some regulation games once in a while, huh?
Yeah, but that's the way it goes, it's overtime, it's overtime, We work for 2 points. We got in a tough spot right now, and we try to work as hard as possible.
Do you ever get tired? Because it doesn't seem like it. You just keep on. It seems like the longer the game goes on, the better you get.
I don't know what to answer.
Just say no, it's okay, we'll believe you.
As I said, for us, it's focus for 2 points, that's most important for us. And it doesn't matter how tough it is, or how easy. We need 2 points, and that's it.
When you go through regulation and overtime, and it's the same players out there shooting against you, but it's a different scenario. When you get to the shootout, and it's going to be one-on-one, and the guys that they can bring out there, one after the other, Kane, Tays, Hossa. What is that challenge like for you to go one-on-one with these guys?
Yeah, definitely. It's to play against those guys. So much fun. They so skillful guys, and it's really tough to play against them. It's so much fun. But shootouts, you play your system. You focus on your stuff, what you need to do, and how to beat these guys.
The guys give you a lot of the credit for what's going on here, and rightfully so. But on the same token, how much credit do you give to them in those cases where you only have to face one shot and they're clearing rebounds away so that you're not facing 2 and 3 at a time?
Yeah, they were outstanding. All this series, 8 or 9 games, they were outstanding. They block shots, they sacrifice, they help a lot. It doesn't seem like that, sometimes because they shoot 40 shots, but they does the huge job.
What's the focus now? You have one more game before the Christmas break, so is this all about enjoy it today and then just get ready for Nashville mentally?
Yeah, we need 2 points, we need to climb up.
Bob, congratulations. Great job tonight.
Thank you.
Sergei Bobrovsky talking to us here in the Blue Jackets dressing room after this huge shootout victory for the Blue Jackets over the Chicago Blackhawks here this evening. So that'll do it for our dressing room portion of the show. Head coach Todd Richards will be going down the hall and talking to the media in the media room in just a couple of minutes, and we will have that for you, of course, right here. And lots more, too. There is a lot to come after this win tonight. The Blue Jackets depleted in their lineup, but they went out there and they played their hearts out tonight, and they get themselves a shootout victory. More coming up at BlueJackets.com and the Scioto Downs Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.
With a fixed rate on your electricity and natural gas supply as the weather turns colder. So don't wait. Plan ahead and start your home energy game plan today by visiting AEPenergy.com. AEP Energy, a proud sponsor of the Columbus Blue Jackets. While an affiliate of AEP Ohio, AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agency of the utility.
Glove save made by Sergei Bobrovsky! Bobrovsky picks that one out of midair!
Hey, Jackets fans, put your scoring skills to the test and shoot on goaltender Sergei Bobrovsky with Kia Shots on Bob. 3 winners and their guests will face Bob and also receive game tickets and a Bobrovsky t-shirt.
Shot save made, follow-up chance, and another big save by Sergei Bobrovsky! Twice, he says no!
Enter now at BlueJackets.com/Kia for your chance to light the lamp at Nationwide Arena. As our Columbus Blue Jackets battle to defend Nationwide Arena, battle your hunger anytime with the new Papa John's Defender, a large double pepperoni 3-cheese pizza with Italian seasoning for only $11. Get yours today. Call or order online at papajohns.com. Papa John's, the official pizza of your Columbus Blue Jackets.
Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Time Warner Cable lets you enjoy hockey better with NHL Center Ice. Get up to 40 out-of-market games per week, no matter where you live.
He scores!
Plus, NHL Center Ice now includes multi-game view and home and away team feeds. All for our special limited-time regular season offer of 4 installments of $41.99. Your favorite teams, the biggest stars, all from the comfort of your home. Get NHL Center Ice from Time Warner Cable. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC today. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Blue Jacket fans, enter your child for the chance to be the Con's little chip of the game and stand alongside the Blue Jackets starting lineup on the ice at an upcoming game. Each winning child gets 4 tickets and the opportunity to meet a Columbus Blue Jackets player. Enter at bluejackets.com/littlechip. And don't forget to pick up your favorite Con's chips at participating local retailers, now with Blue Jackets branded packaging. Con's, the official chip of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
The destination is the arena. The destination is the game. The arena itself, it becomes a fan experience. But you can have all kinds of different groups of people that can come down here and watch and have a blast. The fans in this building are unbelievable. They're behind us, they believe in us, and we appreciate that. Join us, be a part of it.
Join the battle and get CBJ Student Rush tickets starting at just $15. All Blue Jackets Student Rush tickets include a free offer
45
from Papa
seconds.
John's. Learn more at bluejackets.com/rush.
Stay organized and be ready to tackle any game day purchase decisions with Virtual Wallet from PNC Bank. The Money Bar feature lets you move your money with a simple slide. The calendar
30
feature
seconds
helps you
till
track
music.
your spending, like bills, rent, and of course nachos. Visit PNCVirtualWallet.com for details. PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. PNC Bank is a proud partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets. PNC
15
Bank,
seconds till music.
National Association, member FDIC.
10 seconds till music. 5 seconds, guys. Stand by. You're live.
Blue Jackets a winner in a shootout, 3-2 over the Chicago Blackhawks here tonight at Nationwide Arena. It's been a long time since the Blue Jackets beat the Chicago Blackhawks in any way, shape, or form. They're able to get it done here tonight, and it takes a lot of shooters to get it done. 9 rounds in the shootout before it's all said and done here tonight. So the Blue Jackets, they get their 2 points. They get the victory they were in search of at the beginning of the night, and now they get a day off tomorrow to get ready. Well, day off, meaning day with no game, to get ready for the Nashville Predators on Monday, which will be the final game before the Christmas break. Sergei Bobrovsky, again, the hero of this game. There's no question about that. But his teammates tonight, they gutted it up when they had to. And, as I said earlier, this was a game tonight where it was almost like a youth game in some ways because you get your best players and you put them on the ice as much as you can. That's what Todd Richards did tonight. Right now he's talking to the media. Let's listen in.
Big picture of the span of this streak, another injury piled on, and in the smaller picture with what you did against the Chicago Blackhawks tonight?
Well, big picture, it was it's a huge 2 points for us, and again, it's been a good December. Definitely enjoy it tonight, and dealing with a lot of the adversity that we've faced so far, through the first 30-plus games of this season, and talking about dealing with injuries and moving players and all those other things. And for me, it was our goaltender made some big saves, and we had some. When you look at it, the penalty kills in the third period, to me, was a huge point in the game. And getting those 2 kills in the third period was. You could see the desperation and the battles out front of the net, and when the game was on the line, the guys really dug in.
Todd, maybe dovetailing off of Mike's question, where does the resiliency come from with this hockey team when you get bad news in the morning and don't start the game you want to and find a way to win?
It's all the guys. It starts with the veteran players and the leaders. And our goaltender made some big saves. A lot of the chances and opportunities they got, self-inflicted stuff. Just not managing the puck and turnovers led to some opportunities. But 1-1 game going into the third period. Scoring a big power play goal, specialty teams, and I don't think we get credit for the power play because I think he was just coming out, but. I still look at that as a power play goal, and big penalty kills in the third, and then finding a way to win it in a shootout.
And I know we're going to go to the end of the shootout, but Jack Johnson winning it in the shootout, were you just looking down the bench and looking for guys who had had the best possibility, obviously?
Well, you are trying to find the best possibility, and obviously watching Jack's move, I mean that was a goal. There's no doubt about that, and watching him go in, I obviously should have selected him earlier.
Coach, it's not the first time during this point streak that you guys have been on the lower end of a lopsided shot total, but it seems that you guys are able to capitalize on the opportunities that you do get. Is that an identity of this team, that when you have the door open to crack, you guys are able to push your way through?
It is finding a way to win hockey games, but you know this recipe of giving up 30-plus shots it's not a good recipe. You know, we've played some good games early, you know, a week ago, when, you know, Pittsburgh and Detroit and keeping their shots down and really tighten up defensively. And this team, this is a great Chicago team. They're a great hockey team. And they play that offensive, they push and they skate. And the thing I was really impressed with was their sticks, and they're able to get their sticks on a lot of pucks. And they win battles a lot of times by using their sticks and having strong sticks. So it's you know, you come out of it, you know, the opportunities we have to cut down on, and we got to create more in the offensive zone. But the opportunistic plays that we make, obviously, we're capitalizing on.
Your view of the, well, I guess they'd call it studs high in soccer. Would it be blades high, loop rock, however you want to describe Kruger's moving into the crease?
Well, he didn't even have a stick in his hand.
Yeah.
So he just went diving in, feet first, and you know, the question I had was he interfering with the goaltender as he slid in? And I don't think they made that call right away. They just called no goal. And then obviously when you look at it, the guy gets his stick on it. But, you know, a guy goes diving into the crease and hits your goaltender.
Todd, does a win like tonight against Chicago just prove that no matter who you have on the ice, no matter where you play, it reinforces the fact that your team can beat anybody anywhere?
Well, it does. We've played, you know, this whole month of December, played some really good hockey teams, played them in different buildings. Obviously, we played more at home than we have on the road. But we've been in the games and we've won games and found ways to win hockey games. And we've played some good hockey teams.
Coach, you said that, you know, a lot of guys contributing. Kevin Connaughton specifically, third goal, I think, the last 6 games. How has he grown?
I think confidence is probably the first thing. You know, there's a trust when Craig Hartsburg puts him out, but that's because of how he's played leading up to this point. So you're giving him more opportunities to do things, whether it's power play, 5-on-5, 4-on-4. And when you use him more, obviously the player feels better about it, and then he gains or grows in confidence. Thanks.
Players will be here tomorrow at 10.
So there's head coach Todd Richards talking about his team's shootout victory over the Chicago Blackhawks here tonight. And someday, I don't know when this day is going to be, but someday, he's absolutely right, the NHL is going to look at the review process, and they are going to determine that you can review goaltender interference, because some cases are cut and dry. And there's no way Marcus Kruger should be able to have no stick in his hand, go sliding in a baseball slide right into Sergei Bobrovsky, and knock that puck loose and somebody else put it in. Now, the referee says no goal based on a kicking motion. It goes to Toronto, and I can't guarantee you, but I can guess it took so long to make that call because there are guys up there saying, kicking motion, no, but listen, this guy just collided into the goaltender, and this shouldn't be a good goal, to where somebody else would say, well, the rule book doesn't cover that. You're not allowed to review that. So someday, as these plays continue to be made, someday somebody's finally going to say enough, and they're going to look at it, and they're going to make that a reviewable play. And when they do, that'll be a great day, as long as they don't change it a week later, because that happens a lot too. But anyway, the whole thing is they've got to fix that. They have got to fix that. There's no way you should come away from a game like this wondering why that goal counts, and you just shouldn't. So it's got to be addressed at some point. In the meantime, resiliency. Blue Jackets come back from that. They didn't get rattled. I'll tell you, that's one thing about this team. Go back to last Saturday when Pittsburgh scores with 10 seconds left in regulation. Didn't get rattled. Found a way to come in, found a way to win the game, and that's where their focus is. That's what they're That's what they're concentrating on right now. It's just finding a way to get the win. Don't forget, this day started with this news. Boone Jenner is out for at least a month, if not more. And then Brian Gibbons, he's out because he got injured in the Washington game on Thursday night. So that's how your day started. It ends with a shootout victory over the Chicago Blackhawks. Not too shabby. Jody Shelley joins me right now, and I think
this a good time?
This is a great time. I think there are a lot of people that if you would have said this morning, right after getting that Boone Jenner news, I'll tell you what, I'll guarantee you a point tonight. Don't even play the game. I'll guarantee you a point tonight. Will you take it or do you want to play it? They would have said, I'll take that point, put it in my pocket, and go home. Because that's how happy you would have been with that. But this is way happier.
This is great, and I agree with you. I mean, it was kind of a – I think for us on the outside of the locker room, kind of felt that way, like now what happens? I spoke with Nick Foligno, and he said, we're used to this. We're used to people going in and out of the lineup. We do have some important parts that are back in this lineup, and you saw them come through tonight. I mean, Bobrovsky, you can start there. Great to hear secondary scoring names. Skilly, Connaughton, who's maybe not his secondary scoring now.
He's trying to jump up on the list.
Tootin gets on the score sheet. These guys got to get involved. Last game, you get Chaput with his first NHL goal. Wenberg looked great tonight, I thought. Defensive zone and offensive zone getting chances. So this team didn't play great hockey in the first period, probably the first half of the game. Waited for their opportunity with that Skilly goal. And you know what? Bobrovsky held the fort, did his job to a T, and his teammates in front of him not only waited for him to make those saves time after time again, but finally Jack Johnson with the shootout winner. Awesome night for the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Did you know he had those shootout moves?
No, I didn't. But he did because he was very deliberate. Matter of fact, let's get this over with and go home.
It doesn't matter where you or I know. As long as he knows that is what matters. But, again, the resiliency of this team and the way they go about their business, as they have had what was on the table there, 18 points. They picked up 17 of the 18 points in December so far. That's not too shabby.
Man, that is unreal, and that's exactly what they've had to do. I think if they win the next game here in December – no, we're already talking about the next game. I know that was a great game. But I think that puts them back to 500 if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's the next two. But anyways, they've got to win. They've got to keep this going. And this, to me, Bob, is a huge step for this team.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I was talking about the goal that was allowed. I know why it was allowed. I know why it was reviewed. At some point, does this league finally address this goaltender interference being able to be reviewed?
Yeah, maybe. I think they should.
Don't you think they have to?
Yeah,
is that not the prime example? I mean, if you're a proponent of having this call, of being able to review that call, do you not take the clip from this game and you take it to people and say, here it is. This is why it's got to be done right here.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, that's a good point. I didn't even pick up on that. I was totally focused on the puck going over the line. But you're right. I mean, that's definitely something that in situations like that needs to be brought into the factor.
All right. Nashville will be here on Monday going into Christmas. You already talked about it a little bit. These guys see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And there's a 4-day Christmas break coming up. They're not there yet. They're about getting the 2 points first.
Exactly. And this whole thing started with the loss in Nashville, I think. The last game in November was a 2-1 loss where Curtis McElhinney was in the net in Nashville. They played a very sound game. They came out with a loss, yeah, but they turned the page on that month, which was horrific, and they've been unbelievable in this month. Only missed out on 1 point, I'll tell you what. Right now, they just got to keep marching and not get distracted by their success.
You put Curtis back in on Monday based on that performance?
I'm not the coach.
Very good answer. Very good answer. I wouldn't.
I would ride the hot hand.
I would ride the hot hand all the way. Because that hot hand is white hot. It's not red hot. It's white hot. Mm-hmm. All right, that'll do it for our portion of the show. Stay tuned. Mark Wyatt has more. That'll end our portion on BlueJackets.com, but it continues here on the Scioto Downs Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.